The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is here as well. The Indianapolis Colts, time for a celebration. You got your first win of the season, beating the Miami Dolphins. Look, yeah, exactly. Wins can still come. 1-3 to start out the year, though, and I don't know. What do you like about this team?
The Colts? I like horses. I don't. What do I like about them?
Yeah, what do you like about them? Because they're a very just kind of team. You got Carson Wentz. He stays hurt. You get it. He can be efficient, but those moments come and go. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor is the best thing to like from the offense.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor's the answer. Mm-hmm. Carson Wentz through 4 games has been the modicum of average. League average QBR is 50. You know what Carson Wentz's is?
50.
49.5.
There you go.
He's been the definition of average. Mm-hmm. I mean, the good thing is he's only been below 64% completions percentage once. So that I like. He's not taken a ton of sacks. I mean, he's averaging 2.5 a game, which is still high to me.
Which I think is to be expected with the injuries that they have on the offensive line.
Absolutely.
I mean, Quentin Nelson's on IR now, and that's a problem.
I mean, my stance on the Colts has been the same, and it's not really going to change. I think this team's going to be markedly better than their record because their schedule is fucking awful.
Lots of tough matchups coming up. Last week, you beat the Dolphins on the road. Now you got another road tilt with the Baltimore Ravens this week. Good luck.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is I don't like you this week.
And then you get the Houston Texans, but then you got to go back on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Then you get the Titans at home. Then you go Jets, Jaguars. That'll be fun. Although I don't know that the Jets are going to be that big of a pushover after what they just did to Tennessee.
No, they're not going to be a pushover. I mean, the thing about the Colts is that, all right, well, so what's your high side? All right, look, you're sitting at 1-3. You played one of the most daunting schedules in the league, in my opinion. I don't know where it rates because I haven't looked. Let's look at that now. Indianapolis,
it's gotta be a top
12th.
5. Okay.
They're 12th through the year. They're 30th through the rest of the year. So, I mean, they've got some winnable games. I just don't know if you have enough.
That's surprising because there are some tough games on this schedule.
Well, I mean, you got to remember they have the Texans, the Jets, the Jaguars. They have the Texans twice, actually. They have the Jaguars twice. So, I mean, that's 5 of your games.
Right, that's free spaces on the board.
Only have 11 left. So
yeah, but
it would have to be a hell of a schedule to circumvent that. And I'll be honest with you, it is.
Right, but like I said, you also have Baltimore, San Francisco, the Titans, the Bills, the Bucks, Cardinals, the Raiders. I mean, there's a lot of tough games on that schedule. I think if you come out of this season with a little bit of hope, obviously Jonathan Taylor continues to grow. Michael Pittman continues to come into his own as a wide receiver. Hopefully Carson Wentz doesn't turn the ball over a whole lot and your defense plays really, really solid. A winning season is not out of the question. It'll be hard, but it's not out of the question.
9-8, you should walk away from the season happy.
Yeah.
That you've got Carson Wentz, and that's probably your quarterback of the future. That's, I think, the best you can expect for it. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can look at the schedule and go, oh, we're going to win the division. No. Tennessee would have to take a huge step back. Because, I mean, all right, so they lost to the Jets. Woo. And they got the shit beat out of them by the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay. The Cardinals are very good, and they had no receivers left against the Jets.
Right.
So, I mean, that's where that's where the Colts season swings.
Yeah.
If you somehow find a way to beat the Titans twice, then okay. I mean, maybe you could win this division.
Right.
But you're going to have to ugly it up a lot. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I would be remiss if I didn't point this out in this video at some point, get the damn ball to Jonathan Taylor in space. God almighty, throw him the damn ball. Jonathan Taylor's so good with the ball in his hands. Do you know how many catches he has all year long?
5.
11.
All the passing game goes to Naheem
Pascal
Hines.
and Pittman.
Huh?
Pascal and Pittman.
I was going to say Nyheim Hines. He gets all of the running back targets.
Do you know how many more targets he has than Jonathan Taylor?
No clue.
6.
That's it? Mm-hmm. 6 more targets.
I would like to see them do all of that more. Mm-hmm. You just paid Nyheim Hines. You're obviously going to pay Jonathan Taylor. That's your running back in the future.
Right.
And you have 30 combined targets to the two of them through 4 games. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make all the sense to me. I think this offense functions better when you're getting those checkdowns out of the backfield. You bring the hellhounds back. They can't just bury down on you with them pass rush because you just slip a screen in behind them, slip a flat out behind them, a little Texas route, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Just get the ball in their hands. The two of your, be honest with you, how many playmakers do they have that are better than those two in the passing game?
None.
It's one, Michael Pittman.
Oh, Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman's real good. I was I was good and right about him. Yeah, and Zach Pascal's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not as down on this team as I was a week ago. I needed to see you win a game. And you beat a Dolphins team that you were legitimately considerably better than. Mm-hmm. And if you look at where we've got you in power rankings right now, you're 18. I think you, the Broncos, and the Titans are fighting for probably 2 playoff spots. And the Browns, because, the Bills are going to make the playoffs. The Bills are going to win the East. The Chiefs are going to win the West. The Baltimore Ravens are going to win the North. Chargers will be a wild card. Raiders will be a wild card. Then you've got the team that wins the South, and that last wild card, and that'll be split between the Raiders, the Browns, the Titans, and the Colts.
Yep.
Titans, Colts will split that, obviously the South, and then there'll be one wild card left for the team that doesn't win that division, and the other 2 teams I just said. Mm-hmm. And secret time, your schedule's easier than theirs because you do get the Jaguars twice, you do get the Texans twice.
Right. All the hope that we had that the Indianapolis Colts would be able to break through this year with a new quarterback, it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Give it time. Frank Reich loves this guy. And if you're looking just looking at game logs, don't worry about who you played. Don't worry about any of that. He's pretty much gotten better every week minus one little hiccup. Tennessee was a hiccup.
Yeah.
That wasn't a particularly pretty game. But other than that, you've improved every week, and that's all you can really ask for. That's what you're looking for in teams that are going to make the playoffs. You have to be markedly better at the end of the year than you were at the start, and I think there's a chance of that for the Colts. Now, this week, you play the Baltimore Ravens. So this time next week, we're going to be talking about you at 1-4, most likely.
Right. And as long as it looks respectable, there won't be a negative 10 to it.
You hang in this game in Baltimore, and all of a sudden I start looking at your schedule differently. Yep. I start looking at it like, okay, there's more winnable games on that schedule than I think. Now, you come out and get the piss beat out of you, okay, now next week we might be a little more negative than we were this week.
Right. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens this week. Of course, we'll be back with your recap next week here in the Sportsocracy. Be sure to hit subscribe so you get all of our team-by-team content throughout the season. And join us right here in the Wicked Weed studio every weekday morning at 10 a.m. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene, and we'll see you next time.